Hey guys, it's Marissa, and I am back today with How to Flirt Part 2. If you haven't seen Part 1, definitely go check that out. I will put a link in the video somewhere so you can watch that if you haven't. And Part 2 is basically just going to be a continuation of Part 1, so let's just get right into it. So, first tip of the video is to familiarize yourself with his likes and use it to your advantage. Now, familiarizing yourself with a guy's likes is definitely going to help you in your flirting because, let's say you guys go out on a date, there won't be any kind of awkward silences. You're always going to know what to say. You're going to know how to kind of steer the conversation and what to talk about and what he's going to respond well to. And there's a couple different ways to do this. The first is just kind of through observation and just kind of paying attention, what kind of clothes is he wearing? What kind of, does he have a band on his t-shirt? What makes him him? What is he like? And then there's another way to do this, which is probably more up to date with today, and that's Facebook. And Facebook is a really great way in general to just kind of figure out what somebody's likes are. And I know somebody's gonna be like, that's Facebook stalking. Okay, it's not stalking. Stalking is when you go to somebody's house and you've got the binoculars and you climb a tree. That's stalking to me, not looking at somebody's Facebook. Because clearly if he liked something on Facebook, he did it so that other people could see it. If you didn't want anybody to know that you liked something on Facebook, you wouldn't have liked it on Facebook. Okay, so just be sure, look at his Facebook every once in a while, just kind of get a general understanding of what he likes. Okay, so the next tip is talk with passion. 80% of a listener's first impression of you has absolutely nothing to do with the words you say. It has to do with the way you say it. So just be sure you've got, a positive tone in your voice. And another tip within this tip is to soften your eyebrows when you talk. And it's kind of weird because normally we don't really think about our facial expressions when we're flirting with somebody. We kind of just do it. And so softening your eyebrows is basically, these are my normal eyebrows. So if I'm talking to somebody, blah, 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 I'm talking to them, I kind of just don't really look that friendly and approachable because of my eyebrows. But let's say I soften them and I'm like, I soften them, I kind of raise them a little bit. And that just, I think it makes me look more friendly, I don't know, but it just makes you look more approachable and a lot friendlier, and that's definitely going to help you in your flirting. If you look friendlier, that's going to make you the ultimate flirter. Okay, so the next tip is from a very famous girly movie, one of my favorites, Aquamarine, and that is the Fluff and Retreat. Now, what this is, you're not playing hard to get. Don't mistake this for playing hard to get. What you're doing is basically leaving him wanting more. If you're available 24/7, then he always has access to you. But if you cut the phone conversation or the Skype conversation or wherever you talk to him on just a little bit short, then you're going to add mystery to your life and you're going to leave him wanting more, and you're going to kind of leave him thinking about you and waiting till he can talk to you the next time. So it's a really great way to kind of keep things fresh and exciting in your flirting lives. Because if you just talk all day, every day, you can kind of get burnt out from that. So this is just a really good tip overall. Okay, so the next tip is to accentuate your similarities. And this is a little bit different than the first tip, because the first tip you were just kind of familiarizing yourself with what he likes and talking about it in the conversation. Now you're actually connecting what you like to what he likes. And people are most receptive to other people who they feel have the same values in life. And our values are core beliefs. So, I know there's that whole stigma of opposites attract, but, that could even be physical. That could be like a tall guy and a short girl. That's not necessarily personality-wise. For example, let's say that there's a guy who loves animals. He's got a cat, a dog, and a hamster and a bunny rabbit. So he loves animals. He is probably going to respond a lot better to a girl that likes animals rather than a girl who's like, ew, I hate animals. Animals stink, you know? That was kind of a bad example because everybody likes animals, but you get my point. You know, values are things that are just very, very deep. Like, you know, you're family oriented, that's a value. Your religion, that's a value. And you don't have to have, you know, all the same values as a guy. You know, you don't want to replicate him. You don't want to be the girl version of him, but you do want, you know, some connection with your values, and that's really, really going to help you in your flirting. And if he knows, if he can sense that he has some of the same values, then that's amazing. So the last tip is actually to vocalize empathizers. So when you're listening to him talk, instead of saying, you know, standard things like yeah, uh-huh, and just nodding your head, say things like, wow, that's so cool, or oh, I see what you mean, or oh, I can kind of understand that. You know, and what this does is it's going to kind of give a little bit of feedback, and at the same time, it's going to show that you're listening, and it's going to show that you're being attentive and actually paying attention to what he's saying. And this really is a great way to kind of connect you to his conversation, and it's going to show him that you're listening to him, you're paying attention, you're actually interested in what he has to say, and this is going to make him so much more comfortable with you. And I mean, it doesn't really seem like it's a way to flirt, but it is, you know, because if you're batting your eyelashes, you're giving him feedback, it's like it's the ultimate flirting move. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry this video was kind of rushed. I was just in a little bit of a rush today. So the next video I'm actually going to be doing is actually going to be on cha-ching, flirt texting, flirting and texting combined. So if you've ever had, you know, any issues with texting a guy and flirting with him at the same time, then this is going to be the video for you. I'm probably going to have to do it in parts just because there's kind of a lot to say. So just be sure to watch out for that. Like, comment. If you have any requests, just, you know, comment below. Subscribe if you're not. And thank you guys for watching.